Good morning. I wonder how the world is out there for all of the wonderful and magnificent human beings that there are potting around on this beautiful planet. I hope you're all well. Now, you see, I was looking this morning, reading some stuff this morning, and I came across a quote by the philosopher Bertrand Russell. And the quote goes, "People's opinions are mainly designed to make them feel comfortable. Truth, for the most part, is a secondary consideration." Seems to be really important. I don't always agree with Bertrand Russell, but he always writes important things, I think. Truth is a secondary consideration. When our opinions make us feel comfortable. And comfort is one of those words that's sort of a little bit soft, but let's understand what comfort is. Comfort is a pale shadow of safe, but comfort comes from safety, and safety is a shadow of survival. Your feeling of comfort is an evolutionary development of your survival instinct. When you move from comfort to discomfort, you are at some level triggering the same inner mechanisms which were developed within you to ensure survival. That's why some people describe, giving up your opinions or changing your mind as killing part of yourself. It is killing facets of yourself. So when you're having an argument with somebody or you're wanting somebody to change their opinion, you are asking them to be uncomfortable. And at a deep level, in terms of the activation of the sympathetic nervous system, at a deep level, what you're saying is, are you willing to enter into a place where you feel your survival is threatened? And this sort of explains in some ways why we have these endless arguments with people who seem evidently unable to accept the truth. The climate is in catastrophe. No, it's not. It'll be fine. Suddenly we sort it out. They're not worried about the truth. They're listening for what level of discomfort they are able to tolerate. They are listening for what makes them comfortable. And as I get annoyed and go, don't you understand? This is the truth. I am actually, of course, articulating the perspective that makes me comfortable. And if I want to have a conversation in which genuinely I change people's opinions, then it must be a conversation in which genuinely I am prepared to have my opinions changed. If I am asking people to embrace the discomfort of changing a part of who they are, then I need to embrace the discomfort of changing a part of who I am. And I need to notice that as my opinions get changed, I begin to feel threatened. My sympathetic nervous system begins to go, oh my God, my whole worldview is being shattered. If we actually want to engage in conversation which leads to growth, as opposed to engaging in shouting matches and being outraged and self-righteous and sanctimonious and all of those things, if we actually want to engage in conversation that matters, we must understand that we are not only asking people to hear truths, we are asking people to become uncomfortable because the process of changing one's truth involves discomfort. Of course, if we want somebody that we are talking with to change their opinion, then the more safe we make them feel, the more respected, the more compassionate we clearly are towards them, the more evidently we are willing to have our opinions changed because we're willing to hear them, then the more likely it is that the conversation will actually go somewhere. Shouting at someone on Twitter, which we've all been known to do, achieves basically nothing. Going, don't, you're so stupid, can't you see the truth? It achieves nothing. Even if what you're saying is absolutely true, the person you're saying it to is not comfortable with that truth. Just as often enough, you are probably not comfortable with the truth contained in what they're saying. The same applies, of course, as we think of ourselves. Most of us spend time going, I really need to stop doing this and do more of this. I need to change. I need to grow. I need to evolve. And we get annoyed with ourselves. But we're asking ourselves to change some of our cherished perspectives and opinions. If we're asking ourselves to change our cherished perspectives and opinions, we are asking ourselves to kill one part of ourselves so that another part can be grown. And that triggers survival mechanisms. We want to survive. So if we want to change, instead of fighting the elements of ourselves or treating the elements of ourselves with contempt that we don't actually like, I hate the way I do that, I'm really annoyed with myself and all of that, instead of all that crap, how about we listen to the parts of ourselves that are fearful, the parts of ourselves that are refusing to acknowledge that we have to change, the parts of ourselves that are resisting, and listen to them. Find what they're afraid of. Make them feel heard and respected. Treat ourselves with compassion because we are asking ourselves to change. And change, whether it's internal or interpersonal or collective, involves the death of one thing so that there is space for the birth of something new. We are asking ourselves and others to embrace the death of parts of ourselves or of each other. One of the principles of presence that I work with is have no opinion. When you are having a conversation or thinking about something, try to put your opinions to one side. Try to put to one side for a while those parts of yourself that go, hold on to this thing that I know, hold on to this thing that makes me feel comfort. Instead, embrace the process of discovery. Later, of course, we make decisions, we have opinions. But how about we put opinions aside while we are encountering both changes in ourselves or new experiences for ourselves, or to our best of our ability while we are engaging in debate and argument with others? Even if it's someone we think we don't like, what if we put our opinions aside and hear what they say, hear the truth in what they say, be willing to be uncomfortable and have a part of ourselves challenged and eradicated as the price we pay for asking them to be comfortable with having a part of themselves changed and eradicated? So let's remember, or at least this is my commitment to myself today, to remember that most people, when you are talking with them, are listening for the opinions that make them feel comfortable, listening from you or listening from themselves, for the opinions that make them feel comfortable, not for truth. And if we do not respect people's need to feel comfortable or our own need to feel comfortable, we'll never get to engage in conversations that go anywhere. Be really nice to yourself today. Be really nice to each other. Hold on to your perspectives. Let's fight for a better world. Let's fight to grow and be happy and all of that. But let's also respect the fact that we need to feel safe. Have a lovely day.